And so this is what I think this is all about. Part three. I had to do something to balance what was happening. Like I said, it wasn't until 2017 that it was made more clear what this is all about. Uh, but people they're taking everything. I worked very, very hard. It was trying to stay within the lines, and I would call my mom and tell her, "Look, man, I don't want to do because I had to start doing things that I did not want to do." That is part of one of my very serious concerns is because I think a couple of other agencies, well, I just thought they were criminals, whatever, got involved, and um, well, why did they get involved? Because I wasn't doing anything except for what I was doing, and then all of a sudden it'd be like I would need $300, and then it's like this, it was all there, and I'm all like, well, I'm trying to help everybody out, and somebody said something, and then somebody else, I'm like, you know, I guess I was not being a Christian back then at all. It wasn't until Colorado that that became a situation that was uh, became real for me, and so let's not go there. The fact is that I thought they were criminals, and so I pushed things being as obnoxious and and understand. I already tried to contact everybody that I could, as I know. I'm not a smart guy. I don't know, but I do know how to try to get answers because I'm not a smart guy, and so I think I did it pretty thoroughly. And it was very important to me. Business was important to me. I had a trade at the time, so it wasn't just me. And so yeah. As counterintuitive as it may seem, I went without breaking any completely breaking any laws, but saying things and agreeing to things at times that I definitely didn't really agree with or was going to follow through with anything. But nonetheless, there's a couple of incidences where maybe three of them where they are. But like I said, on balance, we need to understand what happened, where, and why things clicked the way they did because I was only following the rules and doing what I was supposed to do otherwise, um, and save my business. That was just it was just being attacked from all sides, and I'm not trying to blame anybody. I'm not trying to point fingers. I think I said sorry to Tommy on the last one. I'll say it again now. Tommy from Jersey, I'm so sorry. Um, I embarrassed you in front of your wife. You guys, beautiful couple. You were my friend, I do believe. I believe it was you were. I'm not sure that you may have known a little bit, but I still believe that you were being um, genuine with me, and I really appreciate that. And I really tore that apart. It was because this thing here is what it was. That was the thing, and that's why I thought I was so sure that you had done something bad to me, and I'm so sorry. I apologize. You guys were actively helping me at the time, and I'm not going to blame it on that, even though that was actually really some of the toughest stuff I've been through. And thank you so much for trying to help me, you and your wife, and you guys did. Uh, Everything is fine now. I'm not. I was never wanting to be on, into back into that kind of stuff. That was a situation getting off the. I'm not going to go further. Getting off of some other medication, and that's what happened to some degree. And yeah, so balance. I needed to create balance because I needed to know what was going on, and so that'd be another reason why I would go in and agree or something just to be able to get deeper and deeper in conversations and hopefully catch a crossover or something conversation where I get some better understanding of what is happening to my business and around me. Um, and of course, the fire happened, which I thought was an accident, and then 5 weeks later, it's very clear. And so uh, as I was saying, I thought it was criminals. I thought it was like a kind of defamation kind of a thing. I did not know it was a sensitive subject, as it was revealed to me in 2017, and that big setup with the getting me arrested and everything else. My dad coming and saving me and all this crap and blah blah blah. It's amazing stuff. It's amazing stuff. I mean, the recordings I have of my father telling me in so many different ways, because I asked him in so many different ways, what do you think I should do about this fire? I need to go take care of this fire. I'm gonna go take care of this fire. What do you think I should do? Did they contact you? No. Don't worry about it. You know, there was a time in my life where my dad had me. I think Tatum to. We would use those red tablets after we brushed our teeth, and like if it was bad, you get spanked that night before you go to sleep if you didn't brush your teeth good enough, and there was too much of that red stuff left on your teeth. I probably had braces at the time, real expensive, and whatever. But and kids have been abused, and they are being abused, and so don't let me. Nothing that I'm saying here is the kind of stuff like being electrocuted and all kinds of. So sad to even go there. It just breaks my heart. Makes me want to get a little nauseous and but at the time I thought it was like basically people using social media, and I was concerned about kids and concerned about other people that and if they're gonna destroy my whole business, well, I'm not gonna just go down and not have anything to make sure without being hateful, vindictive. They're criminals. What are they lying to me about? Well, what's this all about? Like, I already told them that I'm not trying to play those kind of games and that I'm an honest person, and so they know what they were dealing with. So, but it turns out, I think it turns out that maybe it wasn't the case. And like I say, I still don't know if it's, Heather. I had a crush on her. I also thought she was probably an officer. She still may be. I don't know. Um, there's a lot of like the things that I've seen is unbelievable. Uh, just it would not be healthy for me to go into a system that has let me know they have total control without having some oversight. I wrote those Congress people; they didn't get back with me. I don't know if they understand what this program is or is all about. I can understand how, I myself. Sorry, oh, I thought you would go that way. My bad. I yeah, from what I've seen, I need to speak to some people because there's no way that this is not creating more victims. And if there was a victim to begin with, um, I don't understand how, if this is helping the majority of people that have been victimized in such a manner, I think you're going to trigger some of these people to almost become what happened to them. We don't need the repetition. Think of the cycle of violence. Domestic violence is very similar to that, except it can be more aggressive and more dark, of course. But it's a similar kind of a cycle. You can learn it and repeat it, and then of course there's just the pure psychopaths that are sickos like that that crazy guy, that Paulie Class situation. He was such a motherfucker, man. Sorry, but I think the judge said it best. He's like, I've never felt good about putting a man to death, but today you've made my day, sir, and you will be getting the death penalty. I think he's already, you know, he was horrible. Plus, he would torture everybody with just horrible repeatings, and he got off on all of it. It's really disgusting. That those are different kind of. Those are people that can't be helped. We're America. We are a nation of laws. We still are, even though I don't feel like it's America sometimes. There's just a strange feeling of like things that I've learned in school. When I'm talking about is grade school, high school, the things that civics, things that you're taught to know what you're supposed to know, supposedly. Well, none of that applies. Plus, I'm a military brat raised on a military bases, and been around a little bit, and there's just a lot that's really, like, this isn't America. We don't do this kind of thing. Like, this is a serious situation. Please understand, it wasn't until 2017. And here's the deal. When I started to do what I was doing, I was like, oh my god, man! Like, I need to write a book, and this book would be called "How to Be the Most Hated Person or Man in America," because that's what I had to do. I had to do me and Atreyu. We There's a couple things when I trained him that one thing especially that I know for sure, and so people freak out and think that I'm going to. I had a situation here where two guys were. One guy had a gun, the other guy had a strange looking bag. They were coming to take a trade. We were down a dark, dark sidewalk late at night, 11:30 or 12, and so I went into the mode that I go into in these kind of situations. That's not the first time. Although this one was a little bit special, and so I knew it was a lot of adrenaline on this one. And at the end, it it looks as if I kicked my wheelchair at a tray. Um, I'm not sure if anybody's seen that. A lot of people, these other things with me just going crazy and yelling and being like psychotic. Um, sorry, you know, you gotta also have to understand that I put on a show for these people that were invading my privacy to make sure that they would post it because my life is done. I've been through things twice already. That's two good tries. I mean, I'm not gonna go kill myself, nothing like that. But my life is done. Maybe I get lucky and can. But having Atreyu was lucky enough for me. If if I can be with him all the way till till he goes up to see Jesus and God, I'd be grateful. That's what I would like to be able to do. And after that, you know, when I say that, I don't mean I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm not gonna just be like crazy and just be like I don't care and do bad stuff and nothing like that. I want to. God, I wish I could return back to the point I was after all that stuff with the Paxil and readjusted, and hopefully I would have been able to get back into the business that I was in, uh, maybe in a different place because Santa Cruz had it out for me because I wasn't gonna play ball with none of the guys. They all wanted me to do this with them and do that with them and stuff, and not like like I'm all popular, nothing like that, but I pay attention and I wanted to be in that burgeoning new market and business. I like food, I like wine, and this is just another wing of that, one extra floor of